I had a parenting thought last night. Well, a parenting experience. We were having breakfast for dinner at my house, and waffles was the main attraction of that dinner. And my daughter, my 3-year-old, she had her waffles in front of her, and I asked her, "Hey, can I help you cut up those waffles?" And she said, "Sure, sounds good." She said, "Will you please cut it right here, right down the middle?" So suddenly there's 2 halves of a waffle. And she said, "Okay, well, you cut it right here." So suddenly there's 4 quarters of the waffle. And then she's like, "Okay, that's it. All done. That's good." She started to eat it sort of pizza style, right? Pick it up, shove it in her mouth. And, it's not the worst thing. And sometimes we don't want to fight those battles, but I decided, my wife and I decided that, we want her to know how to use silverware and sort of eat at a table nicely. And so we said, waffles are not a finger food. You got to use your fork, and you can't do big bites, right? She's trying to stab the quarter of a waffle and shove the whole thing in her mouth. And she really didn't want it cut up. And so I said, "I'm sorry, we really have to cut it up." And so I start, bringing the silverware close to the waffle. And as it comes near, she was crying. And I'd take it away, and she would sort of calm down a little bit. And then I'd bring it close, and she'd cry again. And ultimately, I just, I went for it, right? Because you have to sort of have your line and say, we're going to do this. And just because you're crying doesn't mean we are not going to do this. And it feels terrible, right, to make your kid cry. And she, started crying for mom, and she went and sat in mom's lap, and that sort of made things better. But it was a good reminder to me that we can sort of hold the line as parents, or I can hold the line as a parent, and I can also feel compassion for my kid and offer comfort to my kid, even as I am holding the line, right? Those two things are not diametrically opposed. And I think in that moment, I felt like I had to sort of steel myself, sort of harden myself, sort of just be very stoic and just cut up the food and sort of not react to her crying. But it's okay to sort of stay sort of soft and open and say, do the thing, be clear that we're doing the thing that she doesn't want, and also sort of express love and comfort and all those things too. And so, yeah, that's just a reflection, holding all of that all at once. What a life.